Your chest feels different today, doesn't it? Like something is unlocking from the inside. That electric sensation running through your solar plexus isn't nervousness, it's activation. On January 30th, as Mercury and Venus merge at 15 degrees, Aquarius, your entire communication field undergoes a cosmic recalibration so powerful that the words you speak, the messages you send, the conversations you have over the next 72 hours will literally shift your timeline. This is not about casual small talk. This is about destiny encoded in language, soul contracts activated through expression, and the universe opening a portal where what you say and how you connect become the keys that unlock your next reality. You didn't land on this message by accident. Your higher self guided you here because something profound is activating in your chart right now, and the cosmos needs you to understand what's unfolding. The frequency building in your throat chakra, the sudden urge to express what you've been holding back, the clarity emerging about what you actually want to say, these sensations are real. They're the universe preparing your energy field for a communication breakthrough that changes everything. Before we go deeper into this cosmic activation, if you're already feeling this shift in your throat, your heart, or your mind, leave a like and subscribe so the universe knows you're ready for this transmission. And drop a comment saying, "My voice activates my destiny to lock in this frequency." Let's dive in. January has been building toward this exact moment. Since January 17th, when Venus entered Aquarius and immediately conjuncts Pluto at 3 degrees, the relationship and communication planets have been moving through an intense transformational corridor. The Sun entered Aquarius on January 20th. Mercury followed on the same day, and Mars joined on January 23rd. Every single one of these personal planets crossed Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, dismantling old patterns and activating new codes. The Mars-Pluto conjunction on January 27th was particularly intense, unleashing a raw primal energy that forced suppressed truths to the surface and demolished emotional walls you've been hiding behind for years. That conjunction shook loose everything you've been afraid to say, everything you've been pretending not to feel, everything your soul has been screaming that your mouth refused to speak. And now, just 3 days later, on January 30th, at approximately 8:17 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, Mercury and Venus converge at 14 degrees and 57 minutes of Aquarius, creating what astrologers call a conjunction, a cosmic merging point where two planetary energies fuse into a single unified force. Mercury governs communication, thought processes, messages, and the way you articulate your inner world. Venus governs love, relationships, values, beauty, and what you magnetize toward yourself. When these two merge in Aquarius, the sign of innovation, rebellion, truth, and collective evolution, a communication portal opens that allows you to speak your authentic desires into existence, to express what your heart actually values, and to use language as a tool for manifesting the connections and reality you've been silently craving. This is not a transit for playing it safe. Aquarius does not tolerate pretense, performative communication, or saying what you think others want to hear. This conjunction demands radical honesty, even if that honesty feels uncomfortable. It pushes you to communicate from your truth, not from your conditioning. It activates the part of you that knows what you genuinely want in relationships, career, creative expression, and life direction, and it gives you the cosmic permission slip to finally articulate it out loud. The waxing gibbous moon at 88% illumination amplifies this energy, building momentum toward the full moon in Leo on February 1st. This is the final surge of energetic build-up before emotional culmination, meaning anything you set into motion with your words right now gains exponential power over the coming days. Your communication field is being upgraded. The way you think about connection is shifting. The language you use to describe what you want is evolving. And the universe is listening with heightened attention because Mercury-Venus conjunctions in Aquarius are rare, turning points where intellectual clarity meets heartfelt desire. And when you align those two forces, you become a magnet for exactly what your soul has been calling in. Here's what makes this moment even more potent. Neptune just entered Aries on January 26th, marking the beginning of a 14-year cycle that completely transforms how humanity approaches spirituality, identity, and personal sovereignty. Saturn is still in the final degrees of Pisces at 28 degrees, preparing to enter Aries on February 13th, which will lock in a massive new structural reality for the next 2.5 years. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus at 27 degrees, slowly preparing to re-enter Gemini in April, which will revolutionize communication technology and how we exchange information globally. And Pluto, freshly stationed in Aquarius after its final departure from Capricorn, is reshaping power structures, collective systems, and how we relate to technology, community, and innovation. All of these outer planetary movements create a backdrop of massive evolutionary pressure, and the Mercury-Venus conjunction on January 30th acts as a personal translator of this collective energy, helping you articulate how these enormous cosmic shifts are impacting your individual life, your relationships, your values, and your path forward. You're not just having conversations today, you're downloading new timelines through language. You're activating soul contracts through authentic expression. You're magnetizing aligned connections by finally speaking the truth your heart has been holding. If you're an Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio, you're feeling this transit at a cellular level. Aquarius, this conjunction is happening directly in your first house of identity and self-expression, making you a walking communication portal. Your words carry unusual power right now. What you say about yourself to yourself and to others is literally reprogramming your reality. The universe is asking you to stop dimming your brilliance, stop pretending to be more acceptable, and start speaking from the raw, authentic, unfiltered frequency of your actual soul. You may feel an overwhelming urge to confess something, to reveal a truth, to express a desire you've kept hidden. Follow that impulse. This is your cosmic green light. Mercury and Venus merging in your sign is your invitation to use language as alchemy, to speak your future into existence, to communicate with such clarity and authenticity that people can't help but see you for who you truly are. Relationships that can't handle your truth will dissolve. Connections that resonate with your authenticity will deepen exponentially. Opportunities that align with your real values will appear out of nowhere. This is your moment to claim your voice, own your desires, and let the world know exactly who you're becoming. Leo, this conjunction activates your 7th house of partnerships and one-on-one connections, creating a major turning point in how you relate, communicate, and collaborate. The Mercury-Venus merge in your opposite sign forces you to reconsider what you actually want from relationships, what you're willing to compromise on, and what you absolutely refuse to tolerate anymore. You may have a breakthrough conversation with a partner, friend, or collaborator that completely shifts the dynamic between you. You may finally express needs or boundaries you've been suppressing because you didn't want to rock the boat. You may attract someone new into your life whose communication style and values mirror exactly what you've been craving. Aquarius energy can feel detached or intellectually cool, which might challenge your naturally warm, heart-centered Leo nature. But this transit is teaching you that authentic connection requires honest communication, even when that honesty feels awkward or vulnerable. The people meant for your next chapter will appreciate your truth. The ones who can't handle it were never aligned with your highest path anyway. Use this conjunction to clarify what you truly value in relationships and to express those values with courage and conviction. Your willingness to speak your truth now will determine who stays and who goes, and that clearing is necessary for the next level you're stepping into. Taurus, this conjunction lights up your 10th house of career, public image, and life direction, pushing you to communicate your professional vision and articulate your long-term goals with new clarity. Mercury and Venus in your fellow fixed sign create a harmonious square that challenges your comfort zone while supporting your growth. You may feel compelled to have an important conversation with a boss, mentor, or authority figure that shifts your career trajectory. You may finally articulate a creative idea or professional ambition you've been keeping to yourself because it felt too unconventional or risky. You may realize that the path you thought you were supposed to follow no longer aligns with your actual values. And this conjunction gives you the courage to speak that realization out loud and change direction. Aquarius energy in your 10th house asks you to stop playing it safe in your professional life and start owning the innovative, unique, slightly rebellious vision you've been hiding. The world needs what you have to offer, but you have to communicate it clearly, boldly, and unapologetically. This transit is your cosmic nudge to stop waiting for permission and start declaring your intentions. Your voice has power in professional spaces right now. Use it wisely. Scorpio, this conjunction activates your 4th house of home, family, roots, and emotional foundation, creating an opportunity for deep, transformative conversations about where you come from and where you're going. Mercury and Venus merging in your square sign can feel tense, forcing issues around security, belonging, and emotional safety to the surface. You may need to have a difficult but necessary conversation with a family member, roommate, or someone who shares your living space. You may finally express feelings about your upbringing, your ancestry, or your inner emotional world that you've kept locked away for years. You may realize that your definition of home and family is evolving, and you need to communicate those changes to the people around you. Aquarius energy can feel emotionally detached, which might clash with your naturally intense, feeling-oriented Scorpio nature. But this transit is teaching you that true emotional intimacy requires clear communication, not just deep feeling. Expressing what you need, what you fear, and what you truly value in your closest relationships creates the foundation for genuine connection. This conjunction is asking you to stop assuming people can read your mind and start articulating your emotional truth with clarity and directness. The safety you crave comes from being seen, and being seen requires speaking. But this transit isn't just about these 4 signs. Everyone is experiencing the Mercury-Venus conjunction somewhere in their chart, activating a specific area of life where communication and connection are being upgraded. Check which house Aquarius occupies in your natal chart to understand where this portal is opening for you. If Aquarius is in your 2nd house, you're articulating new values around money, resources, and self-worth. If it's in your 3rd house, you're revolutionizing how you think, learn, and communicate in daily life. If it's in your 5th house, you're expressing creative desires and romantic truths with new boldness. If it's in your 6th house, you're speaking up about health, work routines, and daily habits. If it's in your 8th house, you're having transformative conversations about intimacy, shared resources, and psychological depth. If it's in your 9th house, you're articulating beliefs, philosophies, and visions for the future. If it's in your 11th house, you're clarifying your role in communities, friendships, and collective movements. If it's in your 12th house, you're giving voice to unconscious patterns, spiritual truths, and hidden emotions. Wherever 15 degrees Aquarius falls in your chart, that's where the communication portal is activating, and that's where your words carry the power to shift your entire reality. So what do you actually do with this energy? How do you work with a Mercury-Venus conjunction in Aquarius to maximize its transformative potential? Thus, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. This is not the time for polite evasion, strategic silence, or saying what you think people want to hear. Aquarius demands authenticity. Mercury-Venus together in this sign rewards radical honesty. If there's something you've been afraid to say it now. If there's a conversation you've been avoiding, have it today. If there's a desire you've been suppressing because it felt too unconventional or unrealistic, express it out loud. The universe is creating a safe container for truth-telling, and the more authentic you are, the more aligned your reality becomes. Second, pay attention to the messages you receive, both literal and symbolic. Mercury-Venus conjunctions often bring important conversations, unexpected texts revealing emails, or synchronistic encounters that carry deeper meaning. Someone might reach out to you with information that shifts your perspective. You might receive clarity about a relationship through a seemingly random comment. You might have a dream that downloads intuitive guidance about what you need to communicate. Stay open, stay aware, stay receptive. The universe is speaking to you through multiple channels right now, and the more attuned you are, the more you'll receive. Third, use your words to magnetize what you want. Venus governs attraction and magnetism, and when she merges with Mercury, the planet of language, your words become magnetic spells. What you speak about yourself, your life, your relationships, and your future literally programs your energetic field to attract matching experiences. If you keep saying you're stuck, you'll stay stuck. If you keep complaining about what you don't have, you'll keep experiencing lack. But if you start articulating what you're calling in, what you're ready for, what you genuinely desire, and what you know you deserve, the universe responds by rearranging circumstances to match that frequency. This is not toxic positivity or spiritual bypassing. This is understanding that language is creative, that words shape reality, and that the stories you tell about your life become the blueprint for what you experience. Mercury-Venus in Aquarius gives you a rare window to rewrite the narrative, to speak a new story into existence, and to use communication as a tool for conscious manifestation. Fourth, have the relationship conversation you've been postponing. Venus rules love and connection, Mercury rules communication, and their merger in Aquarius creates the perfect cosmic conditions for honest, clear, future-oriented conversations about where a relationship is going. If you're in a partnership that feels misaligned, this is the moment to express your concerns and explore whether you can realign or whether it's time to part ways. If you're in a relationship that feels right but needs deeper commitment, this is the moment to articulate your desires and see if your partner is on the same page. If you're single and craving connection, this is the moment to get crystal clear about what you actually want in a partner and to speak that vision out loud, whether to a friend, in your journal, or into the universe itself. Clarity attracts clarity. Honesty attracts honesty. Authentic expression attracts authentic connection. Fifth, revolutionize how you think about communication itself. Aquarius is the sign of innovation and breaking outdated patterns, and this Mercury-Venus conjunction invites you to question your habitual communication styles. Do you avoid conflict because you're afraid of being rejected? Do you over-explain yourself because you don't trust your own authority? Do you stay silent when you should speak up? Do you talk too much when you should listen? Do you communicate from fear or from love? This transit is giving you the awareness to see your communication patterns clearly and the cosmic support to change them. You're being upgraded from reactive communication to conscious communication, from fear-based expression to truth-based expression, from people-pleasing language to authentic language. This shift might feel uncomfortable at first, because it requires vulnerability, but discomfort is the price of growth, and growth is the pathway to alignment. The next 72 hours are critical. The Mercury-Venus conjunction is exact on January 30th, but its influence extends from January 29th through February 1st, creating a 3-day window where communication carries unusual power. Conversations that happen during this period have lasting impact. Decisions made with clarity and truth during this window create long-term shifts. Connections initiated or deepened through honest expression during these days carry the signature of cosmic alignment. You're not just talking. You're activating timelines. You're dissolving old contracts. You're speaking new realities into existence. And the more conscious you are about what you're expressing, the more intentional you are about the energy behind your words, the more transformative this transit becomes. Here's the deeper spiritual truth beneath all of this. Communication is not just about exchanging information. It's about energy transmission. Every word you speak carries a frequency. Every conversation you have creates an energetic imprint. Every message you send ripples through the collective field. And when Mercury and Venus merge in Aquarius, the sign that governs collective consciousness and group evolution, your personal communication becomes part of a larger wave of awakening happening across the planet. Millions of souls are experiencing this transit simultaneously, and millions of conversations are happening right now that are shifting timelines, healing relationships, activating collaborations, and birthing new realities. You are not alone in this. You are part of a collective upgrade where humanity is learning to communicate with more authenticity, more compassion, more clarity, and more courage. Your willingness to speak your truth contributes to this collective evolution. Your refusal to stay silent in the face of injustice, inauthenticity, or misalignment creates ripples that inspire others to do the same. This is why the timing of this conjunction matters so much. We're in the final days of January 2026, on the threshold of February, which brings the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees Aries. On February 20th, one of the most significant astrological events of the most significant astrological events, the decade. That conjunction will restructure reality itself, dissolving outdated systems and birthing entirely new spiritual and material frameworks. But before we enter that massive cosmic reset, the universe is giving us this Mercury-Venus conjunction in Aquarius as a preparation tool, a way to clarify our values, articulate our truths, and align our communication with the future we're stepping into. What you express now sets the tone for what you experience in the months and years ahead. The conversations you have today determine the relationships you build tomorrow. The boundaries you set this week create the respect you receive next month. The vision you articulate this weekend becomes the reality you inhabit next year. This is not hyperbole. This is how cosmic timing works. Energy follows attention, and when planetary alignments amplify specific themes, your actions during those windows carry exponential power. So take a deep breath. Feel the activation in your throat chakra, the buzz in your mind, the stirring in your heart. This is not anxiety. This is cosmic electricity. This is your energy field preparing to transmit at a higher frequency. This is your soul getting ready to speak truths that have been buried for lifetimes. That tingling sensation moving through your throat right now isn't random. Your throat chakra is literally opening, expanding, preparing to channel words that carry more weight than anything you've spoken before. You might feel a slight pressure there, or warmth, or even a gentle ache, like something wants to break through but hasn't fully emerged yet. That's your voice waking up from years of suppression, years of staying quiet to keep the peace, years of swallowing your truth to make others comfortable. The activation you're feeling is your communication center coming back online, remembering its power, reclaiming its authority. The buzz in your mind is Mercury doing its work, recalibrating your thought patterns, clearing out the mental clutter that has kept you second-guessing yourself. You might notice your thoughts moving faster today, ideas clicking into place with unusual clarity, sudden realizations about situations that confused you for months. This mental electricity is your consciousness upgrading, shifting from old loops of doubt and fear into new patterns of certainty and truth. Your mind is syncing with your heart, creating alignment between what you think and what you feel, dissolving the gap that has caused so much internal conflict. And that stirring in your heart, that's Venus awakening your emotional truth, showing you what you actually want, what you genuinely value, who you truly desire. Your heart has been whispering to you for weeks, maybe months, trying to get your attention, but today its voice becomes louder, clearer, impossible to ignore. This stirring is not confusion, it's clarity, breaking through the walls you built around your feelings. It's your emotional body finally feeling safe enough to express what it's been holding. The Mercury-Venus conjunction on January 30th is not just another astrological event. This is a cosmic intervention, a deliberate activation designed to unlock your voice and align your communication with your destiny. While most people will experience this day as ordinary, you're being pulled into a portal, a threshold moment where what you say and how you express yourself literally rewrites your future. This conjunction happens once a year, but this one is different because it's occurring in Aquarius, in the middle of a massive stellium, just days after Mars conjuncted Pluto, and right before Neptune permanently settles into Aries. The cosmic pressure is building, the stakes are higher, and your voice is being called forward with unusual urgency. It is a communication portal. Portals are openings between realities, moments when the veil thins and what was impossible yesterday becomes accessible today. This portal opens a direct channel between your inner truth and your outer expression, allowing words that have been trapped inside you to finally flow out. For the next 72 hours, communication becomes easier, clearer, more powerful. Conversations that normally feel terrifying become strangely natural. Messages you've been too scared to send suddenly feel essential. Truths you've been hiding become impossible to keep silent. The portal doesn't force you to speak, but it removes the energetic barriers that have been blocking you, giving you a clear path forward if you choose to take it. It is a timeline activator. Every word you speak during this window carries unusual creative power, literally selecting which version of your future becomes real. There are multiple timelines available to you right now, parallel possibilities waiting for you to choose them through your actions and words. In one timeline, you stay silent and nothing changes. In another, you speak your truth and everything shifts. The universe is handing you the power to activate the timeline where you're seen, heard, valued, and aligned. But that power only works if you use your voice. Your silence keeps you stuck in the old timeline. Your authentic expression activates the new one. It is a voice liberation ceremony. Liberation means freedom from bondage, release from captivity, the breaking of chains that have held you down. Your voice has been held captive by fear, by conditioning, by trauma, by the belief that speaking your truth would cost you love, safety, or belonging. This conjunction is the cosmic key that unlocks those chains. It's a sacred ceremony where you reclaim your right to express yourself fully, where you remember that your voice is not a weapon to be feared, but a gift to be shared, where you release the old stories about what happens when you speak up and step into the truth that your authentic expression is exactly what the world needs from you right now. The universe is handing you the microphone and asking, what do you need to say? What have you been holding back? What truth is your soul ready to speak into existence? What do you need to say? Not what sounds nice or safe or acceptable, but what's actually true. What have you been rehearsing in your mind for weeks? What conversation have you been avoiding? What message have you been too scared to send? What confession has been sitting on your tongue waiting for permission to be spoken? The universe is giving you that permission right now. It's creating the perfect conditions for you to finally say what needs to be said. What have you been holding back? And why? What fear has convinced you that silence is safer than truth? What worst-case scenario keeps playing in your mind, convincing you that speaking up will end in disaster? This conjunction is revealing that the cost of your silence is higher than you realized. Every day you don't speak your truth, you betray yourself a little more. Every conversation you avoid, you lose a piece of your power. Every word you swallow, you create more distance between who you are and who you're pretending to be. The universe is showing you that holding back is no longer an option, that your evolution requires your voice, that your next chapter cannot begin until you speak the truth that opens the door. What truth is your soul ready to speak into existence? Your soul has been preparing you for this moment. It's been sending you signs, synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive hits, all pointing you toward a truth that needs to be expressed. Maybe it's the truth about a relationship that isn't working. Maybe it's the truth about a dream you've been too scared to pursue. Maybe it's the truth about who you really are beneath all the masks and performances. Maybe it's the truth about what you actually want instead of what you think you should want. Whatever truth is rising in you right now, your soul is ready to birth it through your voice. And whatever your answer is, know that the cosmos is listening, supporting, and amplifying every word. You are not speaking into emptiness. You are speaking into an intelligent, responsive universe that hears you, sees you, and moves in alignment with your authentic expression. The cosmos supports truth tellers. It amplifies honest voices. It creates pathways for those brave enough to speak what's real. When you use your voice during this portal, you're not alone. You're backed by Mercury's clarity, Venus's magnetism, Aquarius's revolutionary spirit, and the entire field of cosmic intelligence that designed this moment specifically for your liberation. Speak your truth. The universe is waiting to respond. This is your moment to stop whispering and start declaring. to stop hinting and start expressing, to stop hoping people will guess what you need and start articulating it clearly. The old version of you who stayed silent to keep the peace is dissolving. The new version of you who speaks with clarity, courage, and conviction is emerging. And the person, opportunity, or reality that's been waiting for you to step into this authentic expression is already moving closer, magnetically drawn to the frequency of your truth. Trust your voice, trust your words, trust the communication portal opening inside you right now. The universe is not asking you to be perfect, it's asking you to be real. And when you speak from that raw, unfiltered, authentic place, everything shifts. Leave a like and subscribe to stay aligned with these cosmic activations, and comment "My voice activates my destiny" to seal this energy into your reality. The portal is open. Your words are power. It's time to speak your future into existence.